Good evening, everyone, and it appears we are live again for a 19. Well, looks like I got my title wrong again. Hang on just a second. Let me change that. It's a 1947D. $1947D U.S. Treasury original bank wrapped roll. Hello, yo man. Bill Crescent, Joe McBride, Tech Star, Jim Fletcher, Time Travelers, Coin Exchange, Party Pickle. And I did not get started without you this time. But we are going to get started right now. 7:01 by my clock. And here we go. Older rolls sometimes are a little bit harder to pick apart. There we go. Got that part open. Wade Reynolds, Jeff Dunn, Adam Chambers, Wanda Williams. I'm waiting for you people to show up. Where have you been? Here we go. Just about got it. I'm going to bring the wrapper up over the coins just like usual. And here we go. Let's see what we have in here. Well, looks like we got a roll full of coins. That's for sure. I'm going to set this off to the side here. Get us ready to go. All right, boys and girls, who's first? James Worley. Mr. Worley will go first this time. Let me turn on my light here real quick. There we go. And what do we have for the first coin in the roll? We have, well, it looks like we have that ghost doubling caused by die wear. So we know we have a pretty worn die here. Not the prettiest looking coin. Alright, let me flip it over and take a look at the reverse. We don't really know much of anything about the reverse, anything on the reverse of 1947 D Lincoln cents. So anything we find is likely to be something new. We do know there are a number of repunch mint marks on 1947D. That's Mr. Worley's coin number 1. Let me get this tube out of the way. Get everything set up so that I can actually do this. There we go. Mr. Betts is second. Nice coin from the inside of the roll, it looks like. Let's see what we have. Okay, there we got a minor split lower serif RPM. Split lower and upper serif. So this is going to be a keeper. Let's see if I can get the light down just a little bit lower so we have a better chance of seeing it. There you go. And so we have a minor split upper and lower serif on this repunch mint mark. Let's see what we turn up with for the rest of the roll. 1947D is also known for having what appears to be Class 6 doubling on Liberty. Turns out not to be so. Pretty much half of them are all like that. I guess it's a master die doubling case that no one's ever really mentioned. Yeah, let me stay zoomed in just a little bit. There we go. There we go. That'll work for us. Let's see. Nothing else going on this one. I'll flip it over and take a look at the reverse real quick. Come on. There we go. Big old die spot next to the U of pluribus. Nothing else going on back here, so we'll keep this one out. Bill Betts coin number 2 is going to be a repunch mint mark. Now, coin number 3. Coin number 3 is going to go to Midnight Silver Run. Hasn't had a coin in one of these for quite a while now. Oh, we got another minor split serif. Both serifs are split, RPM, for Midnight Silver Run. So we can find us an obverse marker here that we'll be able to use continually. Oh, come on. There we go. Exposure control on my camera causing little issues. Let's see. We have anything I can use for a good marker? Not really seeing anything. I mean, I see plenty of little markers, but they don't look like lasting markers. They don't look like something that's going to last a while. There's a gouge up above the G, right up at the rim. Back of the hair. Let's see. What do you mean about the back of the hair? Okay, there's a couple little gouges popping out of the back of the hair. Oop, there's a few little die scratches right there. So there's little die scratches running generally east and west behind the lower part of the hair and the upper part of the coat. So we can use that. That looks like a usable marker. D is kind of high, a little bit closer to the 9 than to the 4. So there we have it. Let's see what's on the other side. See if there's anything worth talking about on the other side. Here's that marker again. I saw this with the last one, so we know we have the same die again. It's a little die mark next to the U of pluribus, or between the U and the S of pluribus. There's a die scratch right there under the M of America. So I have plenty of markers to use. That one's going to midnight, and that's coin number 3. It's the same die that we had on coin number 2. Now for coin number 4. Coin number 4 goes to Jim Fletcher. Jim Fletcher will get, it appears to be, it could be normal. Hang on. Come on, coin. Agree with me. And it's a normal one. In that regard, anyway. Let's take a look and see if we see anything else on here. I don't see anything yet. Let's flip it over and take a look at the other side. Now on the reverse, or the reverse, nothing there. Nothing there on this one. So that's going to be coin number 4. On to coin number 5. Yo, man. Nope, that's going to be one of our late die state coins that does not have an RPM. But it does have that little shadow doubling on the outside of the 7. Right outside the last digit of the date. Not as common for 1947 as it is for other years, but it doesn't make it valuable because it's not very common. Just makes it one of those kind of make you go, huh, things. Not necessarily something that's really valuable or collectible, scarce, anything to that effect. It's just interesting. Got nothing there. Okay, and next up is coin number 6. Coin number 6 will go to Shantanu Singh. I don't know if Shantanu Singh is here. Yeah, Shantanu Singh is here today. Well, here's your coin. Let's see what we end up with here. Well, that is a minor upper and lower split serif RPM. And on this one, what did we find on the obverse? Anything? Yeah, we did. Right back there. There we go. There's our same die scratches. Running east and west behind the head and coat. Let's take a look at the other side to see if we have that die chip, or that die gouge mark under the US of pluribus, and we do. So this is the same die again. We do have the same RPM that we have had for 2 coins so far in this roll. Unfortunately, that one's got a big black spot on the reverse. I'm sorry. Well, it is an RPM. It is not a very pretty coin. Let's try coin number 7. Coin number 7 goes to Thomas. And this one appears to be not an RPM. Got a few spotting issues on this one too. Not very good. I don't have another 47D roll. So this one's going to have to suffice. 47D is not what you're going to run into every day as far as something to open up. I need to back out some. There we go. I'm getting claustrophobic there. Okay. I'm reading what you're saying, Jessica. I'm not really sure what to do about it right now. Here's another one. This one I actually believe this one could be an RPM. Let me bring it in. There we go. There's that. Yeah. Pretty nice RPM. It's going to be one of the better ones. There's a nice split on the upper serif. Let's see what it has on the lower serif. To flip it around this way. It does have doubling on the lower serif, but it is a little more difficult to see just because we have a later die state here. Huh. Very interesting. So we have a second different RPM now. See what we can do about markers for this. Unfortunately, we don't have the best looking coin going on here. We got an east and west die scratch under the E of we. Wow, that's about it. Andy's birthday. Happy birthday, Andy. Let's see. Okay, I see a die scratch going east straight out of the upper lip. That should be something we can use later on to determine that we have this same die repeated again. Let's take a look at the reverse of the coin real quick. See if we have anything going on the reverse. Pretty late die state, and it's too bad all of the spots stayed on the obverse. The reverse is pretty nice. I'd swap that out any day. Alright, that one's for Sureg. And coin number 9 goes to Farm Dog. And Farm Dog gets This one's going to be a non-variety obverse, I do believe. Let's take the reverse and see what happened there. No. All right. There's Jim Worley. James Worley again. Let's see what he has. Yeah, another not an RPM. And nothing there. I'll move on to coin number 11. Coin number 11 now for silver nitrate. Gosh, spotty. Ugh. I hate it when we wait so long to go through a roll. We think it's going to be an awesome roll, and it turns out to be a spotty roll. My apologies, boys and girls. It's the best I could do with this. I thought I was getting a really good roll. All right, number 12, Tim Morrell. Something tells me I need to zoom in on this one. Get a better look. Nope. Unfortunately, nothing to call there. I don't see an RPM. Nope, just not seeing anything. Oh my gosh. Big old spot right there. Thought we were doing okay until we hit that. A little bit of a lamination peel on the ST of States. Other than that, we got nothing going on here. Sorry about the spots on the obverse. Rough gig. Paul Hampton. Oof. Another one's spotty. Gosh. Ick. This one's got the upper and lower split serif. So this one is going to turn out to be the same die as the first one, I do believe. Yeah, we got those same lines coming out of the back of the head. Thank you, Party Pickle. That donates $4.99 to the channel, and I do appreciate it very much, sir. Let's see what we got going on here. And it's called a super chat. It's a button. It's a $sign chat. Comes in next to where you actually type in a message. There's our dot between the U and the S, so we know we've got the same die that we started off this roll with. On not that pretty of a coin. This one's for Paul Hampton. Now number 14. Number 14 goes to Mike Birchman. Mr. Birchman, this one will be your coin. I don't see anything on this one. Now, we've already seen this die. You have a small die scratch that looks almost like a 7 right next to the 1. So I remember seeing this before. So not all of your original Washington, D.C. sourced rolls are going to be really nice ones. Kind of understandable. That means coins can turn in any roll that you store them properly. Thomas now. Thomas for coin number 15. Just nothing there. Flip it over and take a look at the reverse. There's the reverse. Let's see what we've got going on here. It's like not much of nothing. Coin number 16 now. Mike Birchman again. There we go. We pull up on it nice and slowly. And it turns out to be a normal coin. See what else we can find here, if anything. Nothing on that one. So now coin number 17. Coin number 17 goes to Yo Man. Yo Man. Got nothing there. No RPM. No eyelid. No doubling it in God We Trust or in Liberty. Flip it over and take a look at the other side. Looks like Larry hit the factory that day. Came in with his chocolatey fingers and rolled a bunch of coins. This will show you what can happen with original rolls. This is an original roll. It's just that it's not that pretty. It's one of those ones been floating around for a long time with a lot of hope behind it. Trading and selling 1947 D rolls. And it just turns out this one was not as nice as it could have been. That's for Deanne. Now, number 19, Jim Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher, this is yours. It's another one of our later die-state coins that doesn't have an RPM. And to the other side. And we've got nothing going on here either. Bird word. Shantanu Singh. Another coin for Shantanu. Let's see what it is. Looks like a normal 1947 by all appearances. And it is. Very unfortunate spots and stuff. A little bit of a lamination stripe going on here. Didn't ever actually peel up, but it is definitely a lamination stripe. I want higher quality coins. Here, number 21. 21 now for Kerry Walton. Let's see what Kerry gets. It's not one of our RPMs. Nothing on the eye. Ugh. No black spot up there on the top part of the obverse. Let's take a look around the reverse and see what we have. Now there's a little lip on the microscope that keeps catching. I have to fix that. Put some tape over it and it'll be fine. That's Kerry Walton now. It's coin number 21. Now coin number 22. James Worley. Not an RPM. And no double die on the obverse. Now for the reverse. Nothing there. I'm going to take a minute break, stretch out just a little bit here. Back's starting to get to me a little bit. Stretching in weird conditional directions. Hi, Stephen Elliott. Nothing specific yet. We've come up with a couple of RPMs. One of them is a really minor split upper and lower serif RPM. The other one's a really nice RPM, but I've only found one example of it, and it was very late die state. Do BU rolls gem condition exist with tubes where the 50 coins have been curated for the best across different rolls? I do believe I know what you're saying, and the answer would be yes. Where people pick out all of the best coins of a number of different rolls to create one roll that's absolute nice gem coins. Yes, that does happen. That's right, Jim, right? The cold weather. And it's just me and my poor posture. All right, here we go. One for Deanne. Let's see what Deanne gets here. Oh, there we go. There's another one of our minor upper and lower split serif RPMs. We should have, there's little die lines coming out the back of the head. There you go. Then when we flip this over, we should be able to see a little bit of die damage between the U and the S of pluribus, along with some black spots that I can see on the coin. Well, there's our die damage right there between the U and the S of pluribus. And a couple of little spots, but we do have a nice RPM, so there is an RPM for Deanne. mark us one up more for the board for this particular roll. One more win. And here's Farm Dog. Farm Dog's coin number 24. Another one. Another split upper and lower serif. RPM. Should have our little die marks again. And we do. Let's check the other side and see what we have. We have our die marker there too. My light ever calms down. Here we go. And this one's actually in pretty good shape. Not a whole lot for spots on this coin. So Farm Dog did very well on this one. Get Farm Dog's number 24 up there, now 25. Halfway through the roll, and we've got William Crusson. Mr. Bill, this would be yours. If the price is right. No. Nope, nothing on the obverse on this one. Found several RPMs you can't attribute on copper coins. Well, there are a lot of RPMs for 1952D. A number of the more minor ones probably haven't been listed much of anywhere. We're working on that. As time goes by, we are working on that. Expect within the next week a few new dies to be added because, you know, we opened a roll of 1952D last week and a second roll of 52D because I didn't like the quality of the first ones. We found RPMs in both rolls. All right, nothing here. No hub doubling on the obverse here. Let's take a look at the reverse. Very late die state. A couple of spots here and there. And a little bit of a lamination peel on the bottom of the E of cent, which does not extend to another part of the coin, so it's just a spot of lamination, not a strip. And there's that. I had a 1947D one time that had a huge struck through on the reverse. Sold that at auction. Oh, and this one here for Paul Hampton doesn't look like it's going to get any better than the last. In fact, I think it's the same die pair. That's interesting. Little die marks. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. On the ON of 1. The ON of 1. The O1. The RPM that I'm finding in this roll is not listed on copper coins. This has been an announcement. Thank you, Jessica. Now, at least I know we're going to be photographing something out of this roll. That's for sure. Kelly Michaud. Let's see what Kelly Michaud gets out of here. Yeah, here's our first coin for Kelly Michaud, and we have a nothing. So I'm pretty much resigned to the idea in this particular roll, if you get the shadow doubling at the outside of the 7, you get nothing else. Because I got a couple of late die state dies that don't happen to have any doubling or RPMs that are showing that shadow doubling. So while it's an interesting subject, it doesn't really have any numismatic value as such. It's a little bit of a, this is machine doubling here on the N of United and the O of 1, or of, I'm sorry, not 1. It extends up to the C, the bottom part of the C of cent. And so coin number 29. Coin number 29 goes to Joe McBride. Joe McBride with pride. Here we go. Yeah. Looks like we have a nothing here. Could be a nothing coin. Hello, Rithy Yorth. Got nothing there. And Sureg. Oh, I forgot a G on the end of that name, didn't I? Well, at least I know who it is. There's Sureg. Oh, and, well, he gets his payback. He gets a nice split upper and lower serif RPM. So let's go through and check to see that our other markers are there. This is different. It's not the same die. This is indeed a different die. We have a large die scratch in the left field. Out in left field. And we've got a lot of die scratches coming out of the chin area. Will Reveal 208 be coming up this week? Reveal 208 was about 2 hours ago. No, wait. That was a 1955 Philadelphia. We did that yesterday. We've got Reveal 210 coming up tonight. That's another 1955 Philadelphia roll. The last one was a bank wrap roll, and this next one is a tubed roll. But 208 occurred, I believe it was yesterday. All right, there's Sureg's coin of a different color. There we go. We'll put that right there. Got it in a special place for RPMs. Now here's Bill Crescent. Bill Crescent's coin. So I've got a mashed mint mark going on. It's a monster mash. The last 55 roll that we did, which was number 208, had a number of earlier die state coins in it, but it didn't have any die varieties in it. So there were no double dies, but there were a bunch of nice coins in the roll. And for William, we have a normal coin here. Here's coin number 32 now. Coin number 32 goes to Jeff Dunn. And Jeff Dunn picks up looks like a normal coin. Nothing on that side. Let's take a look at the other side. Nothing else there. Up to coin number 33 now. And 33 will go to Adam Chambers. Coin number 33 for Adam Chambers looks like this right here. Looks like it's going to end up being another normal coin. Some pretty strong shadow doubling on the outside of the 7 on this one. But that comes from the fact that these are rather late die state coins. A lot of strikes came before this one. with this particular die pair. Nothing else going on there. And now for coin number 34, silver nitrate. I think I might actually get started on the next roll a little bit earlier. There's our nice little double split serif RPM. And this should be the original one. It is. A little scratches coming out of the back of the head. Flip it over, should have our damage between the U and the S of pluribus. The coin keeps catching. There we go. There it is. Yeah, I gotta fix that problem as soon as I go off the air. Getting tired of that. The microscope has a circle in which lays a disc that turns around and around and around. I don't need it to do that. And the disc has a little lip, and I use this square piece of chipboard to lay the coin on. Then I slide the coin around on the microscope, and it keeps getting caught in the little corners. And the corners of my little board keep getting caught up in the recess circle on the microscope. And, well, it just pisses me off. So. This particular die, meaning this one with all of this, well, the one with the big ghost doubling on it, you know, I'm figuring probably 150 to 200,000 strikes had come from that die already. It probably lasted another 20 to 50,000 strikes before it was ready to be done. Joe's Rocky Horror Picture Show. Here's Tim Morrell. Hello, Donna Mac. Yep. This is a nice condition coin. I mean, it looks nice. A couple of little spots, little stains. And number 37. Number 37 for Joe McBride again. Joe, this is your coin. Doesn't look like I've run into anything here on the mint mark. Just another really late die state die. Coin number 38 now. Mike Birchman. So another one of the late die state dies. Not going to catch anything on this. This is the one I was thinking about when I was saying that it's probably been through couple of 100,000 strikes and didn't have many left to go, maybe 50,000. A lot of the older dies like this, some of them have punched up to 400,000, 500,000, 600,000 coins. The overall lifetime of a die is roughly 1 million coins total. There's coin number 39 now for Eric Buyer. And unfortunately, nothing for Eric on this pull. There's something I've been having a little bit of an issue with, an upper head issue, I guess. I'll let you guys know what's going on and why I might be a little bit late getting some of the packages out. I have had a package of inventory disappear in the Postal Service about 3-4 weeks ago now. And it was a whole bunch of rolls of Lincoln Cents. Now I've got 2 packages that were headed toward me from Chicago. One arrived this evening, but the other one is still out, presumed missing. And those were mailed at the beginning of last week. So here I sit wondering if I can ever trust the U.S. Postal Service again. Whether or not we are just in a bad spot right now because of the election upcoming tomorrow, or whether or not this is going to be a regular thing. Now, if it's going to be a regular thing that they're going to keep disappearing with my packages, then I got to come up with a better and different way of doing business. But one of the first things that we're going to have to address is that if we want for me to take the burden of the value of packages sent out that never arrive, we're going to have to start paying for insurance, because it's becoming far more frequent that the Postal Service is losing packages. And before, I was kind of counting on their reputation of service in getting packages to the customer, that it really wasn't worth mitigating the risk of buying insurance and spending the extra money. But it appears now that has flipped. And the Postal Service is not reliable in getting packages to you. So to wit, for anything that is over $100 in bid value, we're going to have to start placing insurance on those items at an extra dollar per $100 insurance value. So in other words, we charge $4 shipping, which we're going to have to go up on shipping because the Postal Service decided that they were going to start charging us more money for the service they're not providing. So, beginning next week, we're going to have to go to $4.50 for our first class package. We will have to go to $8.50 on the smaller or padded flat rate envelopes. And then we'll have to go to $15 on the medium flat rate boxes. That's up 50 cents to $1 per mail class. And then, if the items that you have were bid $100, we'll have to charge $1 extra for the insurance. $200 would be $2 extra for the insurance. $300 would be $3 extra for the insurance, and so on. So if you're getting a $1,500 package, then we have to charge you $15 extra to insure your package, and I will pay the difference in sending it to your registered mail. Anything $1,000 or more will go registered mail. Anything $100 or more will go with postal insurance. And that is a very unfortunate move to have to make, because it is not the preferred move. But when I start losing packages of inventory to the U.S. Postal Service, I have to do something to mitigate my losses. So I am at wit's end with what to do because, as you guys know, it's upside down. The mail system is a large part of how I do my business. So without having to go into researching FedEx or somebody else to be able to trust to get my packages to you, I'm going to hope that the problems that we have had have been due to a postal service glitch because of the election, and that here in the next week things will clear up. That's also why there are packages from this past week that I have not yet shipped, because I kind of wanted to get the problems more or less out of the way with the Postal Service claiming that shipping ballots back and forth has completely ruined their ability to do decent business. Here's number 45, Kelly Michaud. Yeah, it's getting to a point anymore where we can't just trust the Postal Service to do their job, because it seems they don't really want to. So we're having to pay for the insurance now that I think is overrated and overpriced, because, well, let's just say it like it is. I'm kind of used to doing that anyway. That's how I live my life. If you have a tracking number that you're supposed to be tracking from point to point along the route of a package's travels to its destination, you should be able to tell me at any point in time where that package is, to the extent that if I should ask you to go take a selfie of yourself standing with your finger pointed to my package, you should be able to do that. That's why we pay for tracking on stuff. And if tracking doesn't work, then what's the point in doing it? That was your 70? Was it? This one went to Kelly, though. Oh, it was the one before it. Okay, I get it, Bill. Hello, Mr. Pruitt. Here's one for Paul Hampton. We're doing pretty well. Just discussing the issue with mail these days. Seem to be having some rather upsetting and frustrating issues with getting mail to their destination. Jessica has a package of coins lost in the mail. I lost a box of rolls a little more than a month ago, about a month and a half ago. And we are getting to a point now where sending anything uninsured is not a smart move. Now, all priority packages are insured up to $50 by default as a part of the postage. But if you want any more insurance than that, you have to pay for it. Comes at about the rate of $1 per $100 insured. So if you have a $300 package, it's going to cost you $3 extra to get it insured. Now, by writing, if you wish, I can opt out of the insurance, but then that makes any losses of any packages that the post office decides not to deliver to you, makes it your problem and not mine. I hate to do it that way, but I can't keep covering stuff that the mail is losing. So we're going to have to start working on a insurance opt-in, opt-out, probably by email, and I'm going to have to send it to everyone, and everyone will have to reply. If you don't specifically opt out, you will automatically be opted in, and you will be charged extra for insurance for your packages. I hate doing it this way. I really do. But they have left me no choice. I can't lose money to postage any more than I already have. Lose money to the postal workers not delivering packages. So, as of the auction, not tomorrow, because we're not doing an auction tomorrow. As of next Tuesday, our amount charged for first class mail, anything 16 or less than 16 ounces, is $4.50. Anything over 16 ounces will go priority. If it's small enough to fit in a flat rate box or in a padded flat rate envelope, it will be $8.50. And if it's large enough that it will take a medium flat rate box, it'll be a $15 charge, not $14. So going up to $15. And thereafter, if you have opted into insurance, here's another one of our RPMs. Let's see if that's the one with the little die scratches. It is. Okay. So this is our first RPM, our number one RPM of this roll. So if you opt into insurance, for every $100 on your invoice, you'll have to be charged $1 insurance above and beyond the postal rate. Let's see if our mark between the U and the S is here. Yes, it is. There it is right there. So this one's for Eric Bayer. I hope that doesn't come to any huge distaste among our clientele. However, you can understand that me as a small business person, I cannot afford to sustain losses made to the U.S. Postal Service on packages that they are not delivering without insurance. No insurance means I end up having to pay for the loss, and I can't do that. It put me out of business. It might put me out of business anyway, but at least we're going to try and give it a dying chance. And that's all we've got here, folks. This is 50 coins out of the 50 roll, or the 50 roll of 50 coins, sorry. Coin number 50 out of the roll of 50 coins. I'll spit it out eventually. I'll get it right. And here is our stack of normal coins. Our stack of normal coins is better than 2/3 of the roll. And then we have one single coin from a relatively minor split double serif RPM. This goes to Sureg, coin number 30. And then we have a one more, which is a relatively nice RPM, although it is a late die state example. It's coin number 8 going to Sureg. Would you believe that? Same guy gets two different RPMs, and the only example of those RPMs. And then we have the feature RPM of the roll. Coins numbered. Tilt this down here. 49, 34, 24, 23, 13, 6, 3, and 2. Those will be going to Bill Betts, Midnight Silver Run, Shantanu Singh, Paul Hampton, Deanne, Farm Dog, Silver Nitrate, and Eric Bayer. So that's what we have here. We've got another one coming up in exactly 1 hour at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be the last reveal for this week. Well, the last reveal that we've planned for this week. I may do something else. We never know. Stay on your toes, boys and girls. Set up a shipping account through FedEx or UPS and you pay for the shipping label prior to the shipment. Would you consider that? I don't really understand, Brian. I am unsure of what we're discussing. I do have someone checking into FedEx pricing and to see if there's anything that can be done with regard to sending things by FedEx. I will be checking into UPS as well to see if UPS will have any answers for us with regard to shipping packages. I would be willing to go to just a slightly higher rate than what we pay the USPS if they actually do their job, because it seems as though the USPS is against doing their job. So I'm ready to dump them altogether. Eric, you have a good evening, sir. Be well, be healthy. And I do want to tell everyone here, before you leave, I want to tell everyone here that tomorrow could be a very uncertain day. I want you guys to take care of yourselves, take care of those around you, take care of your neighbors, and be sure that anything that comes your way, you're prepared for. We don't know what's going to occur, but as it would seem, there's going to be unrest regardless of who is declared winner as president, and I do not believe we will even know that tomorrow. But I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate every one of you, and I care about all of you, and I want to see you all safe. I want to make sure that we all have the opportunity to get together again. And in these very, let's say, unstable times, I kind of worry about this. Every time I go off of a broadcast knowing there's something coming up, we've got the COVID worm coming back. We've got the election woes happening. We just don't know what's coming next. So you guys take care of yourselves, take care of each other, check in often. Even if you don't buy another coin from me ever, I want you to show up at the auctions and say hello. Just promise me that much. That way we'll at least know that everybody here is okay. Eric, I've been buying toilet paper since it came back into stock. We've got a large room full of stuff just in case they shut us down again. All right, folks, I very much appreciate it. You guys have a great night, and I will see most of you in about 57 minutes. Have a good one.